Chapter 14:31. Wild Goo Comes On. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Legend says there was a river in this world, known as the River of Time. It flowed through the past, the present, and the future. Everything in the world was like fish in the river, and under the currents the fish could only flow downwards. Without the River of Time, the world would be still, becoming a drawing. Only with this river can change occur, and the world can move, either prospering or withering. I am in the River of Time again. Fang Yuan sighed. He looked around. The river was huge and wide. Even though it was called the River of Time, it was as vast as the sea. In the darkness of this space, a huge river was flowing unceasingly. The river water was pale white, but countless ripples were colliding and creating beautiful colors at all times. The lights were dazzling and reflecting off Fang Yuan's face. Fang Yuan was dazed for a moment before recovering. He opened his immortal aperture's entrance and let out the immemorial year monkey. Ook, ook, ook. This huge beast returned to its home. It was very excited. Plop! It landed in the river water and created a huge splash. Fang Yuan also turned into an ancient year monkey. He was much smaller than the immemorial year monkey. He was floating in the air now, as he was not a true year beast. Even though his transformation path downmarks had turned into time path downmarks for him to adapt to this place, it was better to not touch the water of the River of Time if he could. "Let's go," Fang Yuan ordered, as the immemorial year monkey started to swim. The benefit of beating it earlier was showing. It was much more obedient than the upper extreme heavenly eagle. However, even though he used 180 slaves, because Fang Yuan's soul foundation had fallen greatly, it was quite hard to control this immemorial year monkey. Even though we are in a peaceful situation now, the enslavement is already difficult. My soul feels very heavy. If we are in intense battle, I may not be able to order the immemorial year monkey. Fang Yuan was alerted inwardly. This was a flaw, but there was no helping it. Fang Yuan had done his best. They moved on quietly. Swish, swish, swish. Tides continued to crash. Fang Yuan was here for the first time using his physical body. The last few times he used Spring Autumn Cicada to send his will into the river. Because of influences like Heaven's will, he only had a glimpse of the River of Time. He could not observe it in full, but now he had an eye-opening experience. The River of Time was a secluded domain of heaven and earth. It was widely known and was inside the legends of Renzu. But to enter with one's physical body, they had to be Gu immortal experts with deep time path foundation. Fang Yuan could enter even though he lacked that because of transformation path, as well as Purple Mountain True Monarchs and Heifan's inheritances. The River of Time was not without life. Fang Yuan first saw a couple of wild year Gu chasing each other before entering the river water again. Next, he saw groups of wild time path Gu worms flying in the sky. They were like countless flies. 5 to 6 wild year Gu approached Fang Yuan and quietly landed on him without moving anymore. So that's it. Fang Yuan's thoughts shifted as he realized why. He was now an ancient year monkey. Because of rank 8 attitude Gu and familiar face, wild Gu could not discern his aura. They treated him as a wild, ancient year monkey. These few time path mortal Gu were all attracted to Fang Yuan's time path downmarks. They felt that it was the best place to live, so they went to him. It was indeed so. In nature, Gu worms were fragile. Even though wild Gu worms could absorb the natural essence of heaven and earth, they were still in danger even if they had strong abilities. Thus, living in strong life forms was their way of survival. Fang Yuan moved for a few minutes and already had several hundred wild mortal Gu in him. Most were day Gu and month Gu. There were no year Gu. As for the immemorial year monkey, it had greater gains. This immemorial year monkey had wild mortal Gu in it, but they were destroyed when fighting Fang Yuan. There were few left, and now they were greatly replenished. The immemorial year monkey was naturally more attractive than Fang Yuan. It was very popular with the wild time path mortal Gu. As it swam in the river, swarms of time path Gu worms surrounded it like a black cloud. But this situation only lasted for a moment before slowing down rapidly. Like how beasts occupied territories, when Fang Yuan and the immemorial year monkey had a large number of wild mortal goo on them, other mortal goo would feel that it was crowded and stop coming to them. Fang Yuan thought about it. He did not do anything to these wild mortal goo. With his current capabilities, it was easy for him to refine these wild mortal goo. However, that would ruin Fang Yuan's disguise. Furthermore, these wild time path mortal goo were nothing special. Unless they were immortal goo, they had little attraction to Fang Yuan. Roar! While they were traveling, an ancient year tiger emerged from the water, but it left without even pausing, escaping far away. This situation had happened many times. The immemorial year monkey was simply like an express pass on their journey. In fact, other than year beasts, there were also month beasts and day beasts. Similar to year beasts, they fed on month goo and day goo respectively. After 2 hours, the river of time was still turbulent while darkness surrounded them. The scenery had not changed. It was almost as if everyone was still at the same spot where they started. Half the body of an immemorial year monkey was submerged in the water, moving forward slowly like a floating hill. As for Fang Yuan, he turned into an ancient year monkey and floated in the air above the river, moving slowly. Fang Yuan was certain because he had Purple Mountain True Monarch's inheritance. The feeling in his heart intensified. As long as he followed this feeling, he would definitely find that Red Lotus true inheritance that Spectral Soul Demon Venerable obtained. The thing that obstructed him other than the treacherous river of time was Heavenly Court's pursuit and ambush. Rumble! Suddenly, with a loud sound, a current shot out of the raging river of time. The current shot out towards the left of Fang Yuan in front of him. Grr! The immemorial year monkey growled as a hint of seriousness showed on its relaxed face. This is a sudden spring. Fang Yuan's pupils shrunk slightly. The river of time was not safe. Some river segments were very dangerous with many uncertainties. Sudden springs were one of them. When traveling in this river segment, one had to be wary of suddenly rising springs. If they were hit by it, a vast number of time patho marks would be carved on the target. They might suffer heavy injuries or die. They might even lose lifespan. Fang Yuan vigilantly moved towards the immemorial year monkey's head. He lacked methods to deal with sudden springs. He could only use this immemorial year beast's tough body to resist it. They had to cross this river. It was necessary to get to Red Lotus's true inheritance. Just when Fang Yuan was fully focused on traveling in the river, near the tributary of the River of Time in Western Desert, 3 Gu Immortals arrived. 1 rank 7 Gu Immortal with great elegance, and 2 rank 8 Gu Immortals that were stable like mountains. It was Feng Zhu Ge as well as the 2 rank 8 Gu Immortals from Heavenly Court. Fairy Ziwei's plan was to find Red Lotus true inheritance using Feng Yuan as the key. Now that Fang Yuan had entered the River of Time to obtain Red Lotus true inheritance, she was definitely going to send people after him. To think this otherworldly demon is so powerful, he could actually fight Brother Feng evenly. With our help, no matter how talented he is, he cannot escape. The 2 rank 8 Gu Immortals had not met up with Feng Zhu Ge for a long time, and he was not someone who would conceal information for the sake of reputation. He directly explained Fang Yuan's sharp rise in battle strength to them. If we work together, we should be able to kill Fang Yuan. Feng Zhu Ge nodded slightly. Fang Yuan's battle strength was similar to his. Against 1 rank 8 Gu Immortal, it would be barely enough. Against 2, it would be extremely difficult. Especially now, Feng Zhu Ge's chaotic heart-drumming sound was modified by Fairy Ziwei again. It was the trump card to deal with Fang Yuan. These are dream realms. A moment later, Feng Zhu Ge and the rest could not help but land, looking helplessly at the dream realm defensive line. It seems we can only wait. The dream realms move constantly. A gap will appear in the defense soon. We will be able to enter. Other than us, Lord Huang Shi is in the River of Time. He is the person most skilled with fighting in the River of Time for the last 10,000 years. Fang Yuan is not his match. The 3 immortals discussed, deciding to stay and wait for an opportunity. in the river of time. Grrr! The immemorial year monkey growled. Its body was covered in injuries. Fang Yuan turned around, looking at the river segment behind him. He felt a little fearful. Thankfully, the immemorial year monkey is here to defend me. Otherwise, how could we get past this place so easily? The sudden springs had great power. They had at least rank 7 killer move strength. With most being rank 8, Fang Yuan even saw a sudden spring that had rank 9 power. The eruption of this sudden spring was like a huge waterfall that flowed upwards towards heaven. Thankfully, Fang Yuan was far from it. When it burst out, he was safe. The immemorial year monkey is quite injured, but my methods are limited. I cannot heal it. Fang Yuan inspected and mentally sighed. Other paths healing methods were restricted here. In terms of time path methods, Fang Yuan only had mana as before, but this immortal goo only worked on human bodies. Fang Yuan could only let the immemorial year monkey recover on its own. Should I stop for a moment and rest? For the immemorial year monkey to recover fully? Fang Yuan could not help but hesitate. The sudden springs were just the first hurdle to Red Lotus' true inheritance. Fang Yuan still had to face the dark web spiders, one-finger flow sharks, and a special blade river segment. These 3 hurdles were more dangerous than the sudden springs. Sudden spring river segment? Lord Huang Shi looked at the river in front of him as he frowned. According to Lady Zi Wei, Fang Yuan is right ahead. Immediately after, Lord Huang Shi's eyes shined brightly as he flew towards the sudden spring river segment resolutely.